Hey everyone, Happy New Year! This is the first video I'm recording this year. So I've been planning this for over a year now, because I really wanted to rank every TV show and movie that I watched throughout the year, so I've been planning this for a while. We're gonna start with the TV shows first, obviously, and I'll do the movies next time, but, yeah, today I'm ranking all the TV shows I watched in 2025. But first some ground rules. The show has to have ended at least in 2025. It can't be like an old show either, so, because I watched a few older shows last year, but they don't count because they're not from last year, if that makes sense. And also shows that technically did start in 2025 but haven't finished yet don't count. So like Percy Jackson, for example. I'm currently watching that, but it hasn't finished yet, so it doesn't count for this video. So I hope, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I'm also counting pilots, but I'm not counting animated shorts, because pilots are like made to like have more episodes, but animated shorts are not, so yeah. But let's get into it. What is my least favorite show of the year? This is going to be a controversial one because a lot of people like it. The Wolf King. It's just an Avatar ripoff. Like, I bet there's going to be people like, it's not an Avatar ripoff. Be quiet, it's an Avatar ripoff. Like, he has powers that he needs to learn to control. He ends up traveling with 2 other people or 3 other people. There's literally a merchant that they keep bumping into and keep ruining his business. He sells oranges. Does that sound familiar? I think it sounds familiar. It's just Avatar again. I'm sick of shows trying to be Avatar again. Really, I am. But the animation and the art style are awful. I don't even remember his name, and I have a confession to make. I didn't actually finish it. I only watched the first half when it came out. I didn't even watch the second half, because that's how much I care. Like, so yeah, I'm not watching the show again. I don't care what, fight me over it. Next is the 4 Seasons. This show was just not that interesting to me. Like, it's about 3 couples who go on vacations together, like, every season, like, summer and winter. But then one of the couples break up, and it's awkward for them all. They're all in their 50s, by the way. So, yeah, it doesn't really relate to me, you know? And then he dies in the end, and his girlfriend's pregnant, his new girlfriend, so it's just awkward. It is getting a second season, but I'm not going to be watching it. Next is the Gaslight District. Look, I'm sorry, but I think Glitch's 3D shows are overrated. 3D being the keyword, we'll get into that later. But yeah, I do not like their 3D shows at all. I think they're just too messy and too, like, annoying. And it's kind of hard to see what's happening on screen, because I also watched Murder Drones this year, which doesn't count for this video, because it didn't come out this year. But even that had the same problem. And I haven't watched Digital Circus, and I don't want to, because, yeah. But there is going to be one more Glitch show on this tier list, just wait and see. Next is Moonrise. So there's only 2 animes on this list, but yeah, this just solidifies that I'm not an anime person at all. Like, I don't know what it is, but anime just feels different from Western animation, and I just don't vibe with it that much. And this one I especially don't vibe with. Like, I only watched it because one of my friends was gonna watch it, so I was just like, I'll just watch it too. And I didn't like it. It was kind of confusing as well, because I don't even know who the villain's meant to be. Because, like, there's like an uprising on the moon, which is why it's called Moonrise. And I don't know if they're the villains, or if the main character's the villain, or if his brother's the villain, or if Earth is the villain. Like, seriously, it was so confusing. Next is, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I did not enjoy this. You all know Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, but yeah, this was the worst depiction of him. No, that's not even including Spidey's Amazing Friends, so yeah. I don't like the animation. They tried to do a 3D comic book hybrid, but it didn't work. It didn't work for me. And all of the background characters are completely still. In every fight scene, in every swinging scene, all the background characters are just still, and it really bothers me. I don't like it. And the voice actor they chose for Spider-Man does not understand the point of Spider-Man. That's what I'll say about that. So yeah, there's some things I like, but this was not it for me. But anyway, now in the C rank we have Homestuck. I don't really remember what happened in this one, to be honest. So technically this is on Vivzy Pop's channel, but she didn't really make it, she only distributed it. With her Australian animation team. So yeah, I don't think I'll be watching this again when it comes out, or maybe I will, I don't know. I don't really remember what happened. I know it was his birthday and all the kids are like on the internet, like they're actually on the internet, they live in the internet, and he doesn't want his dad's cakes or something, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. I might need to watch it again to refresh my memory. After that, I'm not saying the full title, we're just gonna call it Magic Girl. This one wasn't even fully animated. Most of it was storyboard. There was only one scene that was animated, and it was her transformation. I do think the show has potential, but because of that, I just had to rank it kind of low. I have to see more of it if I decide to like it. I get why it was just storyboards, because animation does take time, but yeah. Hopefully, the full episode actually comes out at some point, though. After that, we have The Haunted Hotel. It's like, come on, Netflix. I know what you're doing here. You're trying to, like, grab onto Hazbin Hotel's coattails with this one. Like, you actually are. Like, the shows are very different, but the logo, the marketing, the themes, it's so similar to Hazbin Hotel. Why have you done this? And you know what's worse? Of all the shows that Netflix cancel, this is the one that they renew for a second season. Of all the shows that are so much better that only got one season, this is the one you renew. Are you actually having a laugh? Oh my god. Sorry, but that generally does bother me a little bit. I kind of like it. I did laugh a couple of times. I laughed twice, the whole series. So yeah. But again, it's just ripping off Hazbin Hotel. This one upsets me. But in B tier, we have Doctor Who. I would have loved to rank it higher, but I just can't, because the season was a mess. It really was. Like, they kept changing everything. They literally changed everything in Shurigatwa's series. It upsets me. And the ending, like, clearly there was meant to be a third season, but they rewrote it and are literally gaslighting us into thinking that there wasn't a third season, even though they said this ages ago. So what the heck is that about? Like, I'm not going to spoil the ending in case you haven't seen it, but they've really written themselves into a corner here, because it will be coming back in 2026 this year, but yeah, I don't have really hope for it. Anyway, next we have Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish. So I know this came out in America in 2024, but the second half of it came out in 2025 in the UK, so it counts. And I like it a lot more than the original series. It's kind of like not anything special compared to other shows on this list, but I do like it. It's much nicer than the original series too, and Cosmo and Wanda are a bit more likable, and I love Perry a lot. He's really good. I like Perry. I'm glad that they aged him up and changed his name especially. Yeah, that was really good. Okay, next is Heathens. This is another pilot. Okay, I know Vivzy Pop doesn't own the concept to Hell, but, like, this is also about Hell, and it just feels like it's also copying her a little bit. I don't know. It's very different, obviously. Although the pilot, I get pilots are only meant to just make people interested, but it was quite chaotic as well, and, like, not a lot happened, really. I don't know, maybe you won't agree with that, because they're basically trying to tame a hellhound for something, and that's it, yeah. I don't know. This one, I'm going to have to wait and see more episodes for. Anyway, next is the new season of Futurama, the newest season of Futurama. Clearly Disney have given up on it, because they released every episode at once. Before it was weekly, so, yeah, what does that tell you? Yeah, this is just, they just cannot replicate the classic era of Futurama. Like, yeah, it's just kind of boring now, isn't it? There were a couple of moments that did make me laugh, like, and there were some commentary episodes as well. Like, there was an episode about kids being on phones too much, which didn't really make sense considering they're in the future and they don't have, like, actual phones anymore, yet they did in that one episode and then never again. So, yeah, but yeah, I will be watching the last season, which I do hope is actually the last season this time, by the way, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, funny story, this one I genuinely didn't realize came out in 2025, Harley Quinn, the last season. I genuinely thought, right, that I had just watched, because I'd watched it for the first time earlier this year, and I genuinely just thought that it had ended the year before. But no, it ended in 2025, so it counts. The last season was kind of good. I mean, the newer seasons aren't as good as, like, the first two seasons, in my opinion. Especially, like, when Harley, like, joins the Bat family, but then she's dating Ivy, and Ivy's a villain still. That didn't work. But in the new season, they're living in Metropolis, and then they, like, do a play, and then they have to, like, face aliens and that, and then Lex Luthor and his sister try to take over the whole world, and that's quite fun. But yeah, aside from their relationship, I didn't really like much else. But next we have Marvel Zombies. This would have been awesome if it was more than 4 episodes, Disney. Like, the scene when Spider-Man, who unfortunately has the same voice actor from Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, rips all the zombies' heads off is awesome. And I liked seeing Riri and Camilla and whatever the Bow Girl's called. But, yeah, I didn't enjoy this one. I liked that Wanda Maximoff was the Queen of Zombies, though. That was pretty cool. But, yeah, this one just wasn't it for me. I didn't really enjoy it. If it was more episodes, then maybe. Next is Talon. I watched this one last minute for this video, but I really did enjoy it. It's like Land Before Time and Steven Universe mixed in. Like, it's probably like, because I saw someone say that Land Before Time is probably the only, like, dark fantasy dinosaur movie we'll ever get. But they should watch this. This is exactly what you said. I should have recommended it to them. I don't know if I'll ever find that post on Reddit again. But yeah, this is a really good one. But next in the A tier is Catching Up. This is by LS Mark. He's a YouTuber. The second episode is so much better than the first episode. There's only 2 episodes right now. The first one came out last year, and then this one came out this year. But yeah, this episode fixed all of like the problems that the first one had. It really made me laugh. There's I can't say the word, but there's a whole scene with a PDF file, and it is so funny. It genuinely got a good laugh out of me. I liked it. I'm really excited to see what Mark does with the future of it, because yeah, it's really good. Anyway, next we have Invincible. Okay, like this was originally ranked a lot lower, but I kind of bumped it up a little bit. So yeah, it at least deserves that. But Invincible is really declining. It really is. Like, the animation especially is declining. Like, it's somehow worse than Magical Girl, and that was freaking storyboards. So how do you even manage that? Like, please, Amazon, pay the animators more so they can do it better animations. Please. Stop wasting your money on voice actors that, like, only have 2 lines. Like, God. But yeah, I enjoyed episode, I think it was 3 with, Powerplex. He's my favorite character this season. I really did like the Invincible War, but I really hate the fact that, what's his name? It's not Engstrom, is it? I think so. I don't like that he came back, because, like, come on. This is one flaw I have with the show. No one dies. Let someone die. God. And I don't like Mark. Mark had the exact same arc in every single episode, where, like, I don't want to kill people, but I have to kill people sometimes. Every episode was the exact same with Mark. God's sake. I did enjoy seeing his brother develop his powers, though. That was fun. After that, we have Knights of Guinevere. This is what I was talking about, because this is way better than the Gaslight District or Murder Drones. And I haven't seen Digital Circus yet, but I can imagine that I'll feel the same way about that. But Knights of Guinevere, because, like, I'm so happy it was 2D. You do not understand. Like, it was from the same maker as the Owl House. So I was really excited about it anyway. It's a big middle finger because of what Disney did to her. But I'm just so happy that Glitch finally have a 2D cartoon, because they really needed one. Like, the 3D cartoons are cool, but they're a mess to follow. But this one is so much better. Thank you, Glitch. I actually subscribed to Glitch after this came out. I was already subscribed to them, but I love this one a lot. I'm not even going to spoil this one. You need to go watch it for yourself. I'm so excited for the future of this one. After that, we have the last season of Solar Opposites. Okay, hot take, but Solar Opposites is so much better than Rick and Morty. If you haven't watched it, it's just about a bunch of aliens that crashed onto Earth, and now they have to pretend to be a family. But the last season was really good. I am sad it was the last season, but I did enjoy it. I especially enjoyed the episode with Corvo and Carrie. You know, yeah. I like the conclusion with the wall people as well. That's so out of context, but yeah, I really did enjoy that. That was fun. After that, we have Helluva Boss. Technically, they released an episode this year, so it counts. I have to rank it kind of high, because I love Helluva Boss. It's a big part of my channel now. They only released 1 episode, though, and it was a prequel episode. It takes place before the first episode. But I liked it, because it shows how far all the characters have come in their development. So that's really nice. Anyway, this one generally surprised me, The Mighty Nine. So I also watched Vox Machina for the first time this year. I did not like it. I didn't even watch the newest season because it was that bad. So, fortunately, that doesn't have to qualify for this list. But The Mighty Nine, so much better. The funny thing is, technically, that not much happens in it compared to Vox Machina. Because it's more about character growth than, like, actual action, like the Vox Machina is. But, yeah, The Mighty Nine is just so much better in every way. It is a lot slower than Vox, but I do really enjoy it more. I actually really love it, and I really recommend it to you all. Like, go watch it if you haven't. Anyway, now S tier. We have Devil May Cry. Yes, this one was awesome. Genuinely so awesome. I can't rank it any higher than the other ones I'll talk about why, but yeah, this one was cool. Although, this is kind of a problem because Netflix released every episode at once. I did kind of forget most that happened, but there is one part I remember, and it upsets me. So, there are demons in it, obviously, because he's a demon hunter. And, there's a whole, like, building where, like, the demons demon families are, like, squatting in. And this girl who's, like, part of the government to kill demons sees that and sees that they're actual people. And she decides to, like, be the good and, like, let them live and let them escape. But when they leave the building, the rest of her, crew, oh, sorry, it really upsets me. They kill them all. Yeah. They murder all the demons who are just innocent people, just that so happen to look different. and it's sick. But honestly, I'm so glad they showed it because that stuff like that does happen in the real world, and it needs to be shown. So yeah, that goes hard. And the villain is so fun. He's like a white rabbit, and he's cool. But I'm not gonna spoil the twist of him. After that, we have Pokemon Horizons. Sorry, I know it's probably weaker than all of the shows I've talked about so far, but I have to rank it in the top 10 at least. Like, this generally made me love the Pokemon anime again, because I was kind of falling out of love with it, but this is what the Pokemon anime needed for us such a long time. It needed to be revamped with a whole new cast. I love Liko and Roy, they're such fun protagonists. Dot is the most relatable one. I love all of the Rising Volt tacklers. I love Captain Pikachu. I guess Freed's cool. I've never mentioned him on the channel before. That's a joke, by the way. Freed's my favorite character. I love him. I have a picture of him right up there. But yeah, I really love Horizons. It was so good, and it needed to be in the top 10. I can't put it any higher, but the top 10 is pretty good. Okay, this might shock you for how low it is, but next is Hazbin Hotel. Obviously, it had to be an S rank. Like, it's literally all I talk about on my channel now, and it probably will be for a long time. I think I might be a Hazbin channel now, guys. It happened. So yeah, I can't rank it any higher because it does have a lot of flaws still, but Season 2 was so much better than Season 1. Like, I loved learning more about Heaven. I love seeing Pinchas in Heaven. I love the Speaker of God. She's incredible. A lot of people have problems with Charlie's arc, but to be honest, it's really in character for her. I think you guys just read fanfiction too much. But we have to talk about Vox. Vox is the star of this season. Oh my god, he was incredible. He was so cool. He was so hot. But yeah, Vox is generally one of the greatest villains of all time now, and I can't believe I used to despise him. I genuinely did. If you remember my bisexual ranking video, I ranked him very low, and I regret that so much. Oh, it was so wow. And the songs are so much better than Season 1. There's one I skip, but I think out of 20 songs, just one that I skip is pretty good, to be fair. So yeah, and it also, there's one song that was the first song I ever cried at in this show. It's Live to Live. It just got me. It really did. But yeah, I really love Hazbin Hotel a lot. But anyway, after that, we have Boots. Okay, so this one's a bit controversial. It's about a gay boy in the 90s who joins the Marines, and he gets pushed to his limits, let's just say. But there's other things as well, like the sergeant is also gay, but he hides that. But yeah, the show got cancelled after one season, but to be honest, I don't really mind that. I think out of all the shows that Netflix cancelled, this is one that actually only needs one season. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's because of the anti-LGBT propaganda, people saying that it's woke garbage, but to be fair, Netflix do this all the time where they cancel a show after one season, so I don't really think it's that. But yeah, I don't think it needs another season. I think it ended pretty fine, you know? I mean, I get why people are disappointed, but I don't really care. After that, though, we have Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So, ironically, I watched this for the first time because Disney cancelled it because of its LGBTQ themes. And I just wanted to give Disney a big middle finger, but aside from that, the show is amazing. Wow. Like, the band episode is what got me into it, ironically, because, yeah, we found it, Disney. You didn't think you could erase it. But yeah, that episode did make me cry, mostly because of why Disney cancelled it, but, yeah. But Nulla's amazing. I love Devil Dinosaur so much. Her best friend, I don't remember her name, Casey? Yeah. Is really cool too. I love her dads as well. I love all of the villains that she faces, especially the Beyonder. The Beyonder is incredible. And her family is awesome too. It takes her mom a little bit, long to get used to her being Moon Girl, but she comes around in the end, so it's fine. After Moon Girl, though, we have Ironheart. So, basically, she wants to be the next Iron Man. She's just a female Iron Man. Although, my parents pointed out how, not a lot of female superheroes have woman in their name. They always have, because Ironheart, Ghost Spider. There are some, obviously, like Wonder Woman and Catwoman and Invisible Woman. But yeah, a lot of them don't have that for some reason. Even, Supergirl, Hulk Girl. But yeah. Anyway, besides the point, I loved the fact that this whole cast is black. That makes me so happy. Because even Moon Girl has a couple of white characters, but Ironheart, I don't even think has any. I think it has some background white characters, but they don't count. Yeah, I really like that a lot. I like the crew, because she, gets a job of the crew, but, they're, doing very illegal things, because they, rob people and stuff, but she's just doing it to get funds for her Ironheart suit, and she accidentally makes an AI of her dead best friend. In the show, she's AI, but in real life, she's actually played by an actress, so it's fine. Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. It's just like, it would have been my top show, but the rest of the shows I watched are just so much better. Alright, next is season 2 of Wednesday. This was really good. I enjoyed this. I loved, like, the mystery with, like, what her, like, principal as well. And then, like, at the end, it turns out, there's a twist with Thing, the hand, but I'm not gonna reveal that. And then, like, Tyler and Tyler's mum are there, and we get a lot more screen time with the actual Addams family too, so that's cool. And we even get to meet Wednesday's granny as well, like, you know, Morticia's mum, so that's fun. I really liked it a lot. I'm excited for season 3 as well. That'll probably come out in like 2038 though, at this point. After that we have Creature Commandos. Technically it started last December, well, December 2024, but it ended in January last year, so it counts. The only issue I really have is that it's only 7 episodes, and it should have had a lot more than that, like at least 10 maybe. But yeah, I enjoyed all the characters, especially Bride and Nina. They were my favorites. I do like G.I. Robot, obviously. G.I. Robot's an icon. Rick Flag is cool as well, but I don't trust him because he appeared in more than one thing I watched this year, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So yeah. We'll have to wait and see where that goes, because this was the beginning of the DCU, and I'm glad that I actually started the DCU. Alright, this one generally shocked me at how high I ranked it. The War Between the Land and the Sea. So this is a spin-off of Doctor Who. It's about the group in Doctor Who unit dealing with, you know, Homo aqua, a species that live in the ocean, wanting the ocean, like, because obviously, you know, humans are not kind to the ocean, so yeah. And there's episode 2 generally gave me chills, and it made me sad because there's a scene when Homo Aqua just like send all the plastic from the ocean back onto Earth, and oh my god, like where the heck was this writing with Doctor Who? Like this season of Doctor Who, seriously. Like how can you write this but you can't write Doctor Who to be like that? This is what woke is, alright? Calling like the governments and billionaires out like this is woke, alright? The only thing is, the ending is really weird because Barclay, the main character, gets a relationship with Salt, the main Homo Aqua. And I'm like, did we need the romantic stuff? That was a bit weird. It ranks high because of its message, but the ending was freaky. It was really freaky, and it only had 5 episodes. Alright. This is going to be a long one, I think, because I need to talk about, I need to break my rule here, and I need to talk about the original show as well, but Daredevil, Born Again. Oh my god. Wow. So, you know, like, back in summer, I watched all the Spider-Mans, and obviously Daredevil makes a cameo in No Way Home, so that made me want to watch Daredevil, and I didn't know that it came back this year, so that was cool, but the original show, I need to break my rule and talk about it. Oh my god. That was incredible. Like, generally, that was some of the best written episodes of anything that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I related a lot to Matthew Murdock. It may sound weird because he's a blind lawyer, but in season 3, he decides to, like, cut ties with his friends because he doesn't want them to get hurt, and then he starts spiraling without them, and I've been in that mindset so many times, you do not understand, where I feel like I should just end things with all my friends and be by myself, and it's not fun. So, yeah, that really hit me hard. That actually made me cry for ages. Wow. Anyway, yeah, but this is about Born Again. While it may not be as good as the original series, it's still really good. Like, wow. Like, Wilson Fisk is out of jail from the original series, and his wife has murdered Matthew Murdock's best friend, Foggy, which, okay, guess he was right. Oops. So, yeah. He ends up quitting being Daredevil because their third friend decided to leave because of it. Bitch. No, I'm kidding. It's basically the same as what he did last time. Anyway, so he tries to just focus on being a lawyer, but because of all the things that keep happening and because of Fisk's corruption, because now he's the mayor, he decides to, because he bans vigilantes from being in the city, so Matthew Murdock's like, well, screw you, I'll just be Daredevil again, and he's gonna try and stop Wilson Fisk now. And it's really cool. I like it. I'm excited for season 2 this year. It'll probably rank high next year as well. The only thing is it had less episodes than the original series, because the original series came out when shows could have more than 8 episodes. So, yeah. But, yeah. And you want to what's even crazy? This is only my second favorite show of the year. What's my favorite show of the year? Probably a hot take. It's Peacemaker. Yeah, Peacemaker. Sorry, but I put off watching this for ages, but I loved it so much. Wow. Season 1 obviously was better than Season 2. Did James Gunn maybe hype Season 2 up a bit too much? Yes. But it's fine. It was still really good. It's still my favorite show of the year. Like, season of the year. Like, the way it calls out, what do we call them online now? NAZIs? I don't know what we call those now. It calls them out, and it calls racism out, and I guess not homophobia, but there's a little bit of homophobia. And, like, Peacemaker's arc, where, like, because his dad's gone, his brother's gone, and he kind of killed them both, and he wants to go to this other dimension where they're alive, and he's happy, and he's with the love of his life, what's her name? Amelia. But it turns out that in that universe, the NAZIs won, and now people of color are kept in camps. Okay. But yeah, the way they call that out is just incredible. James Gunn is such a good writer. I love it. He just calls out people, and I like that. Can more writers do that, please, instead of sucking a certain orange thing's dick, please? Like, if he even has one at this point. But yeah, I really enjoyed Season 2 of Peacemaker. And the agent that has the bird blindness and doesn't realize that his eagle is an eagle is so funny. And Adrian is my favorite character. I love Adrian. I love him so much. He may be a psychopath, but it's fine. He's a cute psychopath. He's kind of hot too. What? Anyway. But yeah, that's all my favorite shows of 2025. Let me know what your favorite show was in the comments down below. Maybe it was none of the shows on this thing, because I didn't watch every show that came out this year. Well, last year. And I will be doing my ranking of all the movies I watched last year next time, but you'll have to wait for that. In the meantime, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!